This is me with the worst acne I have ever had in my entire life. And this is me now. Not perfect, but certainly better than where I was. Now, truthfully, I wish I had more photos of me at my worst when it comes to my skin, but I was so embarrassed by the breakouts that I didn't even bother taking any photos because I just hated looking at it so much. But let me tell you what I did to actually clear it up. First, let's ask the question, what is acne? Acne is defined by a skin condition that occurs when hair follicles plug with oil and dead skin cells. Now, when I was dealing with acne, I had a very specific type of acne, which was cystic acne, which is when you have very large, red, painful breakouts deep beneath the skin barrier, meaning that even if I wanted to pop this pimple, there's no getting to it. And all you experience with it is just pain, both emotional because you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, I am so hideous, and physical. I mean, I couldn't even really shave my face without it causing so much pain. Now, to give you some backstory, growing up, even as a teenager, going through puberty, I really never had any acne. I get the occasional pimple here or there, but for the most part, my skin was pretty clear. It's not until I was in my late teens, 18, 19, 20, where I started experiencing really bad breakouts. And it didn't happen all at once. It was kind of a little bit here, a little bit there, and then next thing you know, it was all over. Now, for me, my breakouts were not on my forehead at all. That part of my face was actually very clear. It was mainly around my cheeks and my chin. Now, after doing some research, talking to some estheticians and some skin specialists, they were actually referring to that type of acne and those breakout areas as hormonal acne. So it wasn't the fact that I wasn't washing my face or keeping myself clean that was causing this acne. It was something happening on the inside. So what did I do to fix this? At first, I was actually seeing an esthetician where they were doing some cleanses, some extractions, and giving me some very simple B vitamins to try and help and actually suppress the cystic acne. After a couple months of that kind of treatment, I didn't really see any crazy results, and it was actually pretty expensive for what I was getting. I just wasn't satisfied or happy with it. So then I decided to see a dermatologist. And usually when someone sees a dermatologist about any cystic acne, the immediate thing that they'll refer you to is Accutane. Now, I have heard some pretty horrible stories about people taking Accutane. Some side effects including irritable mood, dry skin, joint pain, soreness, all kinds of horror stories. And my dermatologist at the time actually did not prescribe me Accutane. They actually prescribed me another antibiotic, a step down from Accutane, wasn't as severe, as well as some topical creams for the time being to see how that would react with my skin. And I'll be honest, after a couple months of using those, I saw an immediate difference. My acne completely went away. My skin was back to how it used to be, and everything was great until it wasn't. You see, then the acne started to come back. And when you get rid of it and you live life without the acne, and you've lived life with the acne, you prefer life without the acne. And to have it come back and just be this little roach that just can't seem to go away, it's super frustrating. And so what do? I go right back to the dermatologist. And this time, they actually prescribed me Accutane. And now Accutane is like taking the PEDs of skin treatment. I mean, you can literally just take Accutane, not wash your face, eat whatever the hell you want to eat, and your skin just gets clear, regardless of what you do. And that's what I experienced on Accutane. My skin cleared up immediately. Yes, I experienced some side effects such as dry skin, maybe a little bit of muscle soreness, but nothing ridiculous, nothing horrible. And the cystic acne, as well as all the other acne, disappeared until it didn't. Since taking Accutane for the first time, I have been on and off Accutane for 3 different treatments. And each round of Accutane lasts about 6 months. And usually how it goes for me, 6 months on Accutane, my skin is great. 3 to 6 months off Accutane, it remains good. And then around 6 to 8 months completely off Accutane, my cystic acne starts to come back. And so what's going on now? Well, I go right back to the dermatologist. They prescribe me Accutane again. And currently right now, this is my third and hopefully final time of taking Accutane. From what I've heard from the dermatologist is that some people take Accutane once and their acne disappears forever. Some people take it 2, 3, maybe even 4 times before it finally goes away. So hopefully for me, it finally goes away. But besides just taking Accutane, what are some other things or some other tips I can give you to try and help with your skin? Besides the whole cleansing and moisturizing, which we know we should be doing. I mean, that's like brushing your teeth every day. Some of the other things I can tell you that definitely helps with your skin that most people either tend to avoid or not really look into are the following. Number one, in my opinion, is going to be exercise. Whether that's going to the gym, playing a sport, going for a walk, jog, run, etc. Hands down, exercise is going to be so beneficial for your skin. And here's why. You see, not only do you get the physical benefits of exercising, like losing weight, building muscle, staying lean, but when you exercise, you also are releasing endorphins, getting a dopamine rush. A lot of my cystic acne was hormonal, and a lot of it, I truly believe too, was emotional. See, at the time when my cystic acne was the worst, internally, I also felt the worst. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but at the time I was going through something pretty difficult emotionally, and I have a mentor that was telling me that what I was going through and how I was hurting on the inside was showing itself on the outside via my face. How accurate was that statement? Now, how accurate was that statement? I don't know to a certain degree, but I'm pretty sure there was some truth in that. And let me just give you 2 different scenarios. Would you rather have acne and be out of shape and overweight? Or would you rather have acne, but be in good shape, looking great physically, but maybe your face has a couple red bumps on it? If you're asking me, I'm picking the in-shape version that has acne. You can either have acne as a fat loser or an in-shape winner. Give me the in-shape winner. Number 2 is going to be your nutrition and hydration. You see, even when I didn't get that much acne as a teenager, I noticed that when I was eating highly processed foods, mainly chips, I started to break out. And so now my diet has completely 180 since then. I try and eat the most nutrient dense foods and also the foods that agree with my stomach. If I go and eat a food and I get extremely bloated, extremely gassy, it upsets my stomach, to some degree, that's gonna reflect on my skin. Maybe not right away, but over time, I really do think so. And so now I only eat the foods that agree with my body, that I feel the best on. So for me, that is meat, fruit, raw dairy, pretty much avoiding all other processed foods. The next tip, by far, is getting enough sleep. Even now, when I don't get enough quality sleep, it shows on my face. Sleep helps with so many different aspects of our lives: energy, mood, recovery. You don't think it has something to do with your skin as well? And you know what's crazy about these tips that I just gave is that they're nothing new or revolutionary. It's going back to the basics. You see, not only will these tips help with your skin, but they're also going to help with your overall quality and quantity of life as well. Nothing I said was revolutionary. Exercise, drink plenty of water, have good nutrition, get better sleep, everything necessary to take care of the inside, which also reflects the outside. Now, one thing I also want to say though, if you have acne out there, and I know kind of what you're going through and how I can empathize with you, especially if you're a man. As a man, when I had acne, I felt like, man, I am going to get absolutely 0 chicks with this shit all over my face. But surprisingly, I actually had some girls out there at that time that still wanted to date me, even when I felt like I wasn't at my best. Because even despite my skin not being on point, I still trained really hard, went to the gym, still looked good. I still went to work every day. I just had my things in order. I was still on the path to becoming a better overall version of myself. I was still going to school, working on getting my degree, going and working, still putting long hours at my job, still going to the gym every day and training. So even if your skin isn't necessarily on point, so even if your skin isn't necessarily on point, having different areas of your life, in check is still the right answer. Now, here's my last and final tip on what I believe has helped my skin over the years as well, and that is prayer. And trust me, when you think you've tried everything in terms of creams, soaps, lotions, taking special vitamins, and your skin still is acting up, the only thing I knew left to do was to pray about it. And at the time of my skin breaking out, I was reading my Bible the most. And there's a story in the Bible where Jesus heals this man of leprosy. Now, after reading about this story of Jesus healing this man, I looked up what is leprosy. And then I found out it was a skin condition. And so the way I would pray would go something like this: God, if you can do this back then for that person and heal them of their skin condition, then you can certainly do it for me. So I pray by faith in Jesus' name that my skin is clear. And I would do this over and over and over again, along with doing all the things necessary to try and have clear skin. Whether you believe in prayer or not, it has done my skin some wonders, as well as doing all the other stuff. You see, part of that prayer as well wasn't just God help me clear my skin. It was also show me the things that I need to do to get my skin clear. And that's actually what led me to going to reach out to my dermatologist for the first time about taking Accutane and doing all the steps necessary to get my skin clear. This has been my acne transformation. I hope this video has helped. If you're going through it in terms of acne, keep pushing through. Keep doing all the things you should be doing in terms of increasing your value as a person. Keep going to the gym. Keep eating good. Keep working, keep pushing. Because like I said earlier, would you rather be a loser with acne or a winner with acne? Even if your skin isn't clearing up, but you've still done all the things you should be doing, well, at least you'll make some money, be in shape, and be a better version of yourself with a little bit of acne that will eventually go away. I'm wrapping the video up here. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one.